Everybody, it's Victus. Time another run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance series. Happy Monday, Mosh Pit. We did have another video over the weekend, crossed 3,000 likes. Good start to the brand new week here. Remember, check out the nomination form down below in the YouTube description box and cast your vote for the worst Repentance era run for the redo, which everyone will be voting for. Again, I'm going to start collecting votes as of yesterday, going through this Saturday, and then after that I will release a second form, which is going to have all of the nominated episodes that people can vote on, and then the episode that wins will be the one that we redo for the like streak goal. Here is your meme of the day, picture of the day, submitted here by, I'm going to say, Paul the Pooh 14. Title of the thread was seeing this mug in Northern Ireland and really thought of the mosh pit with a bunch of heavy metal emotes there. Stay metal. I love it. I do love it. Now, I'm not exactly sure what a bulldog has to do with that, but, I mean, bulldogs are kind of metal. I'm pretty sure it's a bulldog anyway. It's not, I don't think it's an American bulldog. It looks like, oh, no, it might be an American bulldog. I don't know. It looks good nonetheless. Thank you very much, Paul the Pooh 14, and everyone who upvoted that one. Look, I know dogs, all right? I'm a dog person. You know, we've had plenty of dogs over the years. Oh my God, this tears rate. 71 Hotel Kilo Lima Kilo Whiskey Bravo. I feel like we've had that seed before. We've got good movement speed, bad shot speed, good damage, good range. But the problem is that the 1.885, not even 7. 1.85 tears rate is absolutely god-awful. We're also starting with Linger Bean, which, I mean, Linger Bean can be okay, but this is one of those times where we're going to have to be very careful very early on, and if the game decides to not help us out at all, we're going to be in lots of trouble early. I'm going to go for the tinted rock in here. Of course, it's going to be small rock, but it is going to give us a tears up. I don't care about the movement speed down at this point. We need anything that we can get. Oh, yeah. So if you're wondering how come the bombs were doing that, by the way, it's because we have the safety scissors, and we are absolutely going to nuke this for a humbling bundle. We need to get anything and everything that can help us get out of this sort of situation here. Let's not accidentally buy anything like an idiot. Someone who, I mean, not me, of course, but who would ever accidentally buy something when they're clearly trying to buy something else? And Isaac, I mean, you're in control of everything. Like, you should have full control over movements and shots and everything in between. So small rock here early on is going to help us out. Again, it does help us out with damage, but more importantly, the tears rate. The movement speed down normally would be a huge negative at this point, but because our tears rate is so bad, we have to make do. And this is one of those times where sacrifices must be made. And sacrificing a little bit of movement speed for a whole lot of tears, or at least even a little bit of tears, is going to go a long way. Super Seagram's right there. Regular Seagram's here. So we have two bombs. Look at that humbling bundle, basically paying for itself almost. And no, we use the bomb. Going here, it might be Temperance Machine, might be like an Eternal Heart, might be some Soul Hearts, anything like that. Or it could be just nothing. Okay, so we made some good strides here right off the bat. Excuse me, apologies for clearing my voice. Voice is a little bit tired again, but not as scratchy as it was on Saturday. And yeah, we had a lot of new people sign up for the Patreon, by the way, so thank you all who are new or returning patrons. I did see a few names on there that decided to rejoin the Patreon mosh pit to get a preview of the new song. Whenever it is done, it is about, I'd say it's about 60% done right now. I have to finish writing basically the third verse and the mid section. That is it. It's in terms of like lyrics and stuff. And I suck at writing lyrics, so I hope I don't cringe too much whenever it actually comes out. I just want it to sound good, and right now it definitely sounds pretty dang good. It's heavy metal. So we go into last week's question of the episode here. This one was on the Binding of Isaac lo-fi run that we had. Obviously, it was a take on Lo-Fi Girl who is part of the well, basically lo-fi music. I mean, you know, you've seen the art, you know what it's from. I basically told Alex, I said, hey, do this, but as Isaac, and he said C, and I said C. We high-fived, and then he said bueno, and I said muy bueno. And it was just, you know, a low-key episode. It definitely did not set the tone for the rest of last week, that's for sure, especially with Wednesday's freaking run. But we go on to the question here. This one was sent in by Eber Ferratu. Wow, okay. Excuse me a moment while I have to pay attention to... Where did that other soul heart go? Did it go in the fire? Oh, yeah, it is right there. Eber Ferratu 2324 is a question of the episode. There's always a lot of talk on how one would make an item better, but should items remain bad? Do you want every item like Cursed Eye and Guillotine to be made genuinely good and live in a world where taking blind items can never go wrong? I've talked about this before. You cannot have good without bad, right? If every single run, every single item was good and every run was a banger and just you break the game over and over again, it is in my opinion, I think it is a much more boring and one-dimensional game. I think that you have to, I am a firm, not only thinker, but I am a firm believer that you have to have bad items in order for the good ones to really stand out. So this notion, this misconception that I only want good items in the game, I only want to have only good runs, that sort of stuff is wild. I've talked about this for many years, that I do not, and I'm not insinuating that that's what Eber Ferratu was talking about. I'm just saying, I do not think that it would be I don't think I would be playing the game if every single run was just super broken and just off the rails crazy bonkers. And that's something that I still believe to this day. You know, you have to have the bad items. You can't have good without bad, you can't have dark without light, etc., etc. And that is a staple in game design, and that's balance. Now that being said, you're still allowed to want to see some adjustments made. There are certain items that I do believe that are genuine. Okay, we gotta stop getting lit up here. This is getting a little ridiculous now. There are some items that I would like to see genuinely changed, for better or for worse. I think that they're just items that are just bad. And then those other items, wow, we did get some good value out of that, though. We opened up the secret room, the super secret room, and the shop for getting hit once thanks to Cracked Orb. Mr. Mizzle's fine. We can at least take a free item somewhere. Maybe. Backroom Shuffle would definitely be nice, but we're gonna take Mr. Me here. So yeah, so contrary to popular belief, I do not want every single run to be a banger. I don't want every video to just be edited and show you all the crazy stuff. You get all the good with the bad here. And it's important to show the bad in Isaac, especially a game like Isaac, because it's very easy to give the perception in this game that, oh, you know, if you see nothing but good runs, you think that, oh, this is easy. Like, this game's not even like fun to watch. Like, you want to see the struggle, and you know, it puts respect on the times that are really, really bad, and gives you a finer appreciation for when you do finally win. And you get through the struggle buses, you get through the crawls. Trying to go for Little Gemini there, but it's okay. I'm saving Mr. Me for the devil deal here. HP upgrade. And yep. I'm going to take Jello because I am not getting locked into... I will not be locked into an Angel deal run again. I really like Mr. Me, but I don't think that we're going to need him for this run. I would much prefer Jello. We need tears bad. Need damage bad, which is another reason why I decided that I'm going to go with Jello here. Now, of course, there's good and bad here already. We're looking at Guppy's Tail. Guppy's Tail can be very, very bad. However, We also have Mom's Key, which can offset the effect of Guppy's Tail if we get lucky. So the real question becomes, do we take Guppy's Tail now or do we wait? I'm going to wait on taking Guppy's Tail, at least for the moment. Because we need to amass a certain amount of keys before we start losing them again. And Guppy's Tail is a surefire way of doing so very quickly and doing it without you really even realizing it. That you've all of a sudden burned through 5 keys because you decided, oh, look, golden chest. Oh, golden chest. So Jello is going to help bolster our DPS a little bit here. Do not need these. We don't need 4 cents. We don't need 7 cents. Secret room is south of here now. Yeah, so we get a nickel there. We get a soul heart. Spiders taking out themselves for no reason at all, but I appreciate the effort. Gesture. Really need to get some movement speed. Really got to get some damage. But the most important thing on this run right now is going to be the lack of tears rate. I'm going to try to maneuver these Ipecac flies down here so we can get into the chest for free. Again, this is part of the plan to hopefully get some extra keys that we can start taking Guppy's Tail. Now, of course, we're not getting any keys because, obviously, Super Secret Room's got to be here. There's too many high percentage walls. Yeah, I was gonna say way too many high percentage walls that we've walked by for the Super Secret Room and have it not be found yet is kind of crazy. Still looking for the item room game. We found the item shop, which is fine with 70 cents. This is undoubtedly going to be a greed fight. What floor is it? Yeah, definitely a greed fight. Surprisingly not, and it's going to be Keeper's Sack. Oh, baby. Keeper's Sack, of course, top tier item, going to give us stats for every coin that we spend in a shop or anywhere. That isn't a judgment. So we get a movement speed and damage. Big damage upgrade, big range upgrade. We're going to buy the Soul Heart, we get more movement speed. By the sack, we get more damage and more range. We buy one more key, and that's going to give us even more damage and more movement speed. That is just the power of Keeper's Sack. It is an item that is highly celebrated. In fact, I would go so far as to say that Keeper's Sack might just be the best shop item in the game. And I don't even think it's close, y'all. I love the compass. I love mapping. I love Black Candle. I love all that kind of good stuff. But when it comes down to it, what is the item that is the most impactful and game-changing, run-saving item in the shop? Hands down, it's got to be Keeper's Sack. I don't even think it's close. More money, that's good. You essentially can turn money into stats. Permanent stats. I mean, it is just good all around. It's S+ here. It's weird to have that radius around Linger Bean. It's almost, I mean, the sprite does not match the width of where things can actually be damaged. We get a huge tears upgrade from Binky here. So things are happening. We are very slowly but surely chipping away at this start, and starting to look kind of solid. Going out of our way to get chests here is going to be big. And the combined efforts of hopefully Guppy's Tail and Mom's Key is going to offset the differences that we normally would have with our key loss and chest gain. Feel like how the game decided to spawn it on the opposite end of where I was. Could have just given it to me, game. That would have been fine. More keys. Fantastic. Instant instant improvement here with our DPS. Thanks to Binky and Keeper Sack. Keep it. My goodness. There's another huge tears up and shot speed up just randomly given to us. And that is absolutely massive here. Now, you may have noticed just now, look how many keys we spent. We went from 8 keys down to 4 in very, very rapid succession. So as much as I would love to keep spending keys and stuff, we've got to be a little bit more careful. We're not in any danger zone of losing our keys yet, but we have to be conscious of it. Eternal Heart is going to help us out greatly. We really don't need this Lover's card. We have 8 bombs plus safety scissors, so I don't mind using a few. Death card is kind of whatever. The Soul Heart. Big old loot explosion, already back up to almost 70 cents. And this is the nice thing about Jello. We can use Jello. Jello is not strictly just for bosses. We can use Jello just to clear regular rooms. I mean, it's a 2-room cooldown, so just be as liberal as you want with the use of Jello. It's not something that you should be banking on. Obviously, save a full charge for the boss, but don't be afraid to use it for rooms, even like this, where they're just kind of annoying and can start spawning lots of ads and stuff. Just use Jello. It's not that big of a deal. Surprisingly, no greed fight in here. I'm still expecting it. So I'm going to buy the full charge now just because we probably won't come back here when we have a non-full charge. More damage, more movement speed's fantastic. Big damage upgrade there, movement speed and range. Gonna buy the bombs. We're going to buy everything here. 0.37, 0.06 movement speed and damage. Look at that. That is just so much. Plenty of bombs, good amount of keys, and SMB super fan. Good lord. What in the world is happening? Okay, now if this is not the regular secret room, I don't even know what to say. I give up on this floor. Has to be it. Reroll pedestal in here, but nothing to reroll, unfortunately. All of a sudden, we find ourselves in a very advantageous position here with our tears rate and DPS and everything. SMB Superfan is going to give us a full, true all stats up, including tears, which is the reason why it's a true all stats up. Even Magic Mush, is as godlike and god tier Magic Mush is not technically, by my completely arbitrary definition of true all stats up. It is not a true all stats up because it does not give you all stats. It only gives you few stats. If it doesn't have a tears up in it, it's not a true all stats up in my opinion. The 2 big whiffs of a boss item there with Pageant Boy and then experimental treatment, but we're still looking good. Unbelievably, we have a chance at boss rush. Now, I'm not going to go out of my way to do so, but if it happens, that will be one of the most amazing boss rush turnarounds. Get a theme here as well, especially considering where our stats and our tears rate started here. Could have walked into the secret room, but unfortunately, it didn't trigger until after we had already left the curse room. A massive amount of buying power here for Keeper Sack. Obviously, if we don't get boss rush, it's fine. Glowing Hourglass is good, but honestly, I'm down with Jello. Jello's been helping us out greatly with our DPS by the pill here. Look at that, just more and more damage. Total of 1.35 damage just for doing what we were already going to be doing in that room. I don't have time for this. So all of a sudden, our damage just balloons to 11.96 after starting at 3.85 or 3.8 something, and then 1.85 tiers. That is an amazing, amazing turnaround. For a second, I thought we had Spelunker's Helm. I was about to leave this room. Realized, oh yeah, we don't have a Spelunker's Helm. That's just from Cracked Orb. Cracked Orb, by the way, will trigger whenever we take damage from any source, including self-inflicted. I am going to skip the item room here just to give us a chance, because who knows where the item room is. Squeezy. Give us some more soul hearts, and we head on down. And before you get mad, before you say, oh, you said that you weren't going to go for boss rush, before you say anything like that, it's a calculated decision based on the fact that A, we have Keeper Sack, and we will be able to make up for any lost stats that we may have had in the item room that we're skipping, and B, we also might get ourselves a better opportunity to get a better shot at a good item inside of the boss rush instead. We know that we can make up for the lost stats with Keeper Sack, so there's value there. We're not really... It's a calculated, but I think worth it risk for us. Now, the only way that this goes down the tubes is if we don't find the Fool card. I'm not going to go in the shop right now just because if we fight a greed fight, our dream is dead. Planetarium is there, but we got to find the Tinted Skull. This would have been a great room for Jello here. There we go. Using lots of time in here. There's the Tinted Skull, and we're definitely on our way to the boss. We have less than a minute left. Wow, and I think we're actually going to make boss rush. With the start that we had, that is remarkable. This is 68% Devil Deal. Little Hushy. Book of the Dead. Yuck Heart. And Chemical Peel. What a boss rush. Alright. There's a Sack Room Shuffle here. Now remember, we reveal the map more and more every single time we take damage. So we could and should play the Sack Room for a couple reasons. Mainly because we got basically nothing on this floor so far anyway. I think I am just going to start just shuffling now. Again, keep your eye on the map. Things are just going to keep getting revealed here. The chest gives us a golden troll bomb, which is going to turn into a golden bomb. Ooh, yeah, see, that's why right there we don't. That's why we do not like having Rotten Hearts. And now you see. Gonna save that soul heart. Got more money. PhD would be nice, but I haven't seen a mini boss yet. And wow, we get 9 volt, which is huge as well. We're gonna wait on 9 volt, see if member card is actually worth it this time. It's probably not. Hive Mind, movement speed. I'm okay on the movement speed. I will take Hive Mind for 18 cents. It gives us movement speed anyway. And then 9 volt, obviously, so we can use Jello in every single room. I will buy the Soul Heart and the full charge. More movement speed here. More hearts. I will come back for the Soul Heart after we're done with the Sack Room Shuffle. So if you have to go into the item room, we can still go into the boss trap room as well. That's going to give us a huge shortcut. 9 volt makes it to where we can use Jello in every single room, which again is a massive, massive boost to our survivability. Didn't actually mean to come in here, but there we go. Yeah, so we can go into the boss trap room after we get down to 1 heart. It's gonna be a whole bunch of bombs here. Might as well grab a key piece. We get our soul hearts. Ah, I meant to go into the boss trap room. Dadgummit. I meant to go in the boss trap room there. Go see what's in the super secret room. We have plenty of bombs. We have golden bombs too, so we should be bombing this for HP at the very least. Hierophant cards. Hey, that's good enough. Eternal Heart's fantastic. Now we could take Jupiter. I do like Jupiter when we have the movement speed for it, which we technically do. When we find an Emperor card, that would be nice. Judgment gives us Demon Judgment, which I do not want. Soul Heart. Now, if we get 1 more cent, we can actually go get the spoon, which would help us compensate for taking the wooden spoon, or taking a Jupiter. Jupiter would also heal us back to almost full. So I am going to take the wooden spoon here. Oh, we need 2 cents. My bad. I thought it was 15. We can get that pretty easily, though. There's multiple coins on the map. And this will also, again, give us more stats from Keeper's Sack. Remember, for Keeper's Sack, it doesn't matter where you spend the money as long as it's in the shop. So we are maxed out on movement speed now. Look at our damage, too. 15. Big range as well. I am going to take Jupiter, which didn't even affect our movement speed. Wow. Okay. You know what? We are in a prime position here just to go straight to the dark room. That was incorrect, by the way. I thought Jupiter was going to heal us. It didn't. I mean, why not, right? We miss out on an Eden token, but who cares about that? Backstabber's huge with Jello. False PhD would actually not be terrible, but to be honest, we kind of don't need false PhD. Being able to use Jello in every single room, plus Backstabber, is very, very, very big. And then on top of that, you throw the bleeding damage and the poison damage on things, and the HP will just melt. And a mega chest here. Wow. Well, Gertie, Rotten Baby. Definitely want Rotten Baby here, especially with us having Hive Mind. Had a lot of people, by the way, come by the TikTok and the Twitch streams. I haven't been streaming on TikTok, but I'm just saying people have been following me over there. Follow for amazing TikToks, of course, that I release every now and then. Oh my gosh. Wow, we went from just such garbage tears rate to now we're over the cap. Almost over the cap. So it's over at Sinvicta Official on TikTok. I think I don't know how many followers I have right now. I have a few hundred over there. Nothing crazy yet, but it is fun to expand to a different platform, especially one that's definitely going to be around forever, right? Here it's the new hot thing for the kids. And easy peasy, just take out Lamb, and that's gonna be all she wrote for this run. I mean, wow, that is an impressive turnaround, I gotta say. A good run to start off the week for Monday. So I'm gonna go ahead and say no on a victory lap here. I would have gone and fought Delirium though. Oh wait a second, we ain't done yet. I forgot. We are not done yet. Video's not over quite yet. You know why? Someone we haven't fought for a while has been waiting for us. Name is Mega Stan. So we are not done yet. Didn't mean to lay that bomb there, but we did. I heard all the hip new kid influencer cool people club people are over there on TikTok. So I gotta join them, of course. If there's one word that I'm synonymous with, it's definitely cool. Weren't you supposed to spawn another Sin over there? With, I guess not. Pretty sure you were, Stanley, but go off. But yeah, I am going to take the rest of the day and just kind of rest my voice still. Again, sign up for the Patreon, everybody, if you would like to get the early release access to our new songs, you know, the kind of good stuff. I'm in the brainstorming process of making YouTube memberships here on YouTube as well as Patreon memberships over on Patreon a little bit more exclusive. Give you guys and gals some exclusive content, maybe streams, maybe hangouts, that sort of stuff would be very cool. Just to meet the people especially the people who've been supporting me for so long on Patreon, especially. So stay tuned for that. All the links can be found down below. This is my shilling hour now, since we've been in a one-run status for quite a while now. Hey, there's something I haven't said in a while. Down goes Mega Stan, no problem at all. And the game wanted it to end. I don't blame you, game. So thank you for watching, everybody. Have a great start to your week. Remember, click that like button. Leave a comment down below. Tell me all about this run, and tell me what you did this weekend too. Are you playing Lorcana? Are you playing Isaac? Do you like the answer to the question of the day? All that stuff is relevant in the comments below. It is a very good way to support your favorite creators here on YouTube, including myself, and also, of course, combined with clicking the like button is the best way to show your support for myself and my channel. And thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing to those of you that do. As always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks to patrons of mine like Jade Fright, Luke, and Dimble Wimble. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Sinvicta.